I made and edited this whole video and I realized I kind of buried the lead on something pretty shocking that I discovered about Omnilux masks. It's a little further ahead in the video, but make sure that you watch through to at least that part and let me know what you think. Let's get going. There's a new article out called The Best Red Light Device. I was really surprised by the top picks. It didn't include my mask, which is the CurrentBody LED Series 2. Let's talk about what made the cut. So of course, the basics behind red light devices is that they use red light to help with skincare issues, possibly to help increase collagen levels and to reduce wrinkles, and some of them are targeted toward acne. This is an article that is fresh off the press in Wirecutter. Wirecutter is sort of the Consumer Reports, if you remember that really strong brand, that is owned by the New York Times, but Wirecutter functions somewhat independently and they do a lot of product testing. It's a site that's a resource for people like us. Say maybe you're looking for the best vacuum cleaner or laundry detergent. These are the kind of reports that they do. So in this case, the writer has done a really deep dive into red light devices. Now, a quick word about me. My name is Helen. I'm a longtime user of LED skincare devices. Really, the one that I've been using is CurrentBody's. I've been using that for over 2 years now, so we'll talk about that at the end. Let's get right into what the top picks were in this article. So the first thing I noticed in reading this article is that it's just titled The Best Red Light Device. It's actually not called The Best Red Light Mask, even though most of the picks are masks. The reason that they didn't go with the word mask is because the first product that they picked, surprisingly, is one that I've never even heard of, being that I'm not the most well-versed. I don't know every single LED device out there, but this is one I hadn't heard of. LightStim for wrinkles. So they're calling this a powerful no-frills wand. Now, don't mind my gaze if I'm looking past you. It's just because I'm referring to the article here on the screen behind. It says for a handheld device, it's loaded with LEDs. And quote, if you're going to put in the time and effort to manually move a wand around, it should cover a good portion of your face. And the LightStim does just that with 72 LEDs packed into a circle that's just under 5 square inches. It emits 4 different wavelengths of red light. It's got a very simple design, which makes it easy to use and silent. What they're saying is one of the great benefits of using a wand, which I had never really considered, is that it's not limited to your face. Masks, of course, are shaped for the face and they just sit there nicely and you're not going to be able to really move it around. But say you want to do your chest as well, if you just get this wand, you'll be able to do it all. The problem is, of course, that that's what it is. You have to do it all. You have to hold it there. In my opinion, it's not as convenient as just slapping on a mask and going about your day, getting your other tasks about the house done while you're wearing your mask. It's not really a multitasking situation. So I encourage you to read the actual article. I'll put the link down below, and I will not be reading everything word for word, obviously, but if you want to get into the nitty-gritty, definitely go check that out. Flaws but not deal breakers about this device. The LightStim can drag a bit against the skin unless you're using with a serum, and also it needs to be plugged in. Of all the devices they tested, this is the only one that has a cord that makes you tethered to your outlet. They also said that the plastic has a bit of a cheap feel, especially when you consider that the price tag is $250. I'll have links to everything down below as well. I'll put them in the description and also in the comments. So some of the key specs, I'm not going to go through all of them here. Maybe I'll just put a little picture so you can see them, but it's got 4 different wavelengths and 72 LEDs, 30-day return policy, and a warranty of 5 years. Okay, so this next one I have heard of, and that is the Shark cryoglow cooling LED face mask. I think I got the word cooling correct. If not, I'll correct myself on screen. This was the top mask pick. I'm surprised because this is really not one that I would have guessed, but this writer and her testers are really feeling this mask. The Shark cryoglow LED face mask has a fan base among our group of testers who love virtually everything about the experience, from how comfortable the mask fit to how simple the remote control was to how well the cool, depuffing under eye pads worked. So I don't know, for whatever reason, it escaped my notice that it has like a cooling feature where it I guess depuffs the eyes. I did not know that about this device. Other notable things in the article, it says that everyone gets a perfect fit with this device. It has 2 straps, a wide stretchy band that spans from ear to ear, and an overhead band with a hook and loop fastener that adjusts for a custom fit. Okay, it says it's got lots of LED lamps, and inside the mask are 160 LEDs. Each one is a tri-wick, which means it contains blue, red, and infrared diode for a total of 480 lights. It's got a 6-minute anti-aging program and an 8-minute acne treatment program. And then there's a 4-minute maintenance mode meant to be a daily treatment that mixes all 3 wavelengths. So that's interesting. My mask, which we'll talk about in a minute, does not work at all like that. For me, it's just like 10 minutes every single day. There is no variation. The remote does not do anything else. It's just all or nothing, basically. I'm wondering if that is the appeal. If you have one of these, I want to hear from you. Let me know down below your experiences and whether they differ, and that goes for the other products as well. Okay, it also says about this that the remote control is intuitive and clear, and it keeps track of your sessions. So my remote control and probably a number of the other ones, they don't do anything. There's no digital display on them or anything like that. It's like on or off. It is saying though that the remote control is large. It's about the size of a hot dog bun, and it attaches to the mask with a yard-long cord. The article also says that the cooling eye pads set it apart. During the LED treatment, you can set the metal pads, each about the size of a thumbprint, at any of 3 levels of frosty coldness, or off completely. And also, and I think that this is probably a key to its appeal, because I know Wirecutter, they're always very highly ranking things that are affordable. That's a key characteristic that they're often mentioning in their reviews. They want things to be affordable. So it says here it's a comparative bargain. In features and user friendliness, the 350 cryoglow far outranked the 2 other rigid masks we test. It costs $100 less than the Dr. Dennis Gross Spectralite and $300 less than the TheraBody TheraFace. And those are masks that I am more aware of. I see them a lot more on YouTube. Okay, flaws but not deal breakers. Apparently it's noisy, has an internal fan. It's kind of clunky. To charge it, you have to plug in the entire mask. Some other devices have detachable remotes where you can just do the remote. But if you want to get this charged up, I guess you got to bring the whole thing to wherever you're charging it. Key specs, I'll put them here, but 480 LEDs, 3 different wavelengths, return policy 60 days, warranty 2 years. What I'm seeing here that is different from any of the other masks, I think, on this list, is that there's a variety of treatment times. So you could do a 6-minute, 8-minute, or 4-minute different type LED treatments. Okay, the next mask and the third pick on this article really surprised me. Maybe not for the reasons you think. It's the Omnilux, but not the Omnilux I think we're familiar with. If you're like me, you've seen those Dr. Dre commercials where she's promoting the Omnilux. I mean, they're throwing some big marketing dollars at their devices. But this article is saying basically to get the men's, unless I'm reading this wrong. It's calling it a versatile and efficacious soft mask. So I have a soft mask as well. The CurrentBody is a soft one. It looks very much like this Omnilux. But it says here that dermatologists we spoke with name-checked Omnilux again and again, and this company also makes devices for in-office use. So that makes a lot of sense to me if doctors are already using this brand for what they're using in the office. And to be honest, it sounds like they're throwing a good amount of money behind doctor influencer marketing campaigns, which I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that's how it is. It makes sense that this name would be top of mind for them. Okay, but here's where it gets interesting. Our testers love using both the Omnilux Men and the Omnilux Contour Face. They're the same size and shape. Each one has 132 LEDs. However, friends, pay attention. This is where it gets juicy. Whereas the Contour Face, which I believe to be the one marketed towards women, provides just 633 nm red and 833 nm near infrared light, the men's version adds 1072 nm near infrared light, which penetrates more deeply, intended for male skin, which tends to be thicker. We appreciated its flat packability and flexibility, although the straps don't provide the best fit of the models we tried. Okay, so my key takeaway, and if you were paying attention, you heard this too, the lights are stronger in the men's version compared to the women's version. Helen in editing here, if I didn't make this completely crystal clear, they both cost $535 USD. That's the regular price, except the men's is much stronger than the women's. The men's strength is the same as the CurrentBody Series 2, which is not marketed by gender. So Omnilux, what's going on here? One of my pet peeves is when they charge more for women's products that are exactly the same as men's, but in this case, women are not getting charged more. They're getting charged the same as the men's products, except their product is actually weaker. So buy the men's version, basically. Or maybe don't buy from Omnilux on account of this type of marketing practice, buy from another company. This is not cool. Now, I'm happy to say, actually, this point plays into my mask and maybe why I'm enjoying mine. Near infrared light at 1072 nanometers achieves the deepest penetration into skin. Only 2 masks we tested had the near infrared rays at such a high wavelength. This one, the Omnilux Men, and the CurrentBody 2. Which is mine. This type of light can reach deeper below the epidermis, making it well suited for men's skin, which can be a bit thicker than women's, though this wavelength is also fine for women's skin. So this reminds me so much of women's versus men's Rogaine. The genesis of me being on this channel, actually, how I first started out was talking about my hair loss and using Rogaine, which is also called minoxidil, to regrow it. Men's and women's are exactly the same. It's a 5% concentration. but men's is, or it was, I think they've equalized the price, but men's was a lot less expensive than women's. And I would have people fighting me about this all the time in my comments saying, no, the women's is not for use by men. And I'm like, it's literally the exact same thing. It is minoxidil inside. So women can use this too. So that makes perfect sense why they would elevate this one above the contour one. Okay, other things they liked about it is this mask pinch hits for use beyond your face. So testers laid it under their chins, on their chest. I mean, I had a flat mask and I just never thought to do that. Also, there's like eye holes. So like that part is not getting treated. I really don't know. I'm not going to comment on using it on different parts of your body, but apparently some people liked it. It says it's easy to pack. Unlike the Shark CryoGlow, which is bulky and rigid, this of course lies completely flat. So does the CurrentBody Series 1 mask. The Series 2 is curved and contoured. The Series 1 is completely flat like this one. Okay, one of the downsides though is that it doesn't come with protective eye shields or goggles. And I've noticed with CurrentBody, they are starting to include that. They've always included eye shields and now they've moved to these sort of soft ones that are inserted inside of the mask. Okay, another knock against this is that the fit is just okay, but it's not great. It can feel a little loose along the chin, apparently. Key specs here, 132 LEDs, wavelengths, I see 3 wavelengths here, return policy 30 days, and warranty 2 years. Okay, here's where my mask comes into play. Let me go get it. Okay, so this is the CurrentBody Series 2 LED mask. I'm not gonna put it on, obviously, because I'm full of makeup, and I already did my session today. So this is the curved mask that they had mentioned. It kind of made the list. It is a competitor. The article says the other red light device is worth considering. If you want a well-fitted, soft mask, the flexible CurrentBody 2 LED therapy face mask is exceedingly comfortable. It's the only soft mask we tested that's rounded rather than flat when not in use. As a result, it really hugged our testers' faces and adjusted easily with the neoprene and Velcro straps. It also comes with protective and effective eye shields. So I'll show you those. They're right in here. Sorry, let me open this up. I don't know if you can see them here. They're right there. One tester was even able to wear her reading glasses over the mask, so that's kind of funny. Like the Omnilux Men, this mask provides 3 wavelengths. The strongest one is 1072 nanometer wavelengths. It was just edged out as a pick because it's expensive, more than $450, and due to its shape, it doesn't multitask as a panel. Well, I would argue the other ones are kind of not really meant to be multitasked with because they do sell dedicated devices, although of course that's an extra expense. But when I had the Series 1, I never really thought to lay it flat. It just seemed too awkward to do that. I have a discount code for this one, as I have done for many years now, and it is Helen Ave. And so I've also got a link if you're thinking of purchasing and picking up the CurrentBody. It is more expensive, but I can vouch for it. I have no idea how the other ones last or don't last, their effectiveness. And I've also got a lot of videos talking about this as well. So if you are purchasing, definitely have a look down below. Do not pay full price. There's always some sort of coupon code. I've got you covered down below and in the comments. So overall, I think you should give this article a read if you're considering purchasing a mask. I mean, I don't think I've done it justice just by running through some of the highlights and some of the concerns, I guess, about these different LED devices. The one looking at this that would intrigue me the most probably would be the CryoShark one. Like that seems pretty cool. And I think it's the same Shark company that makes vacuum cleaners that people either love or hate. I like the idea of there being different treatment cycles for different concerns and sort of like a maintenance mode, because 10 minutes, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, and in the scope of a day, I guess it's not. But if I had a 4-minute just like maintenance mode, some days I'm a little bit more in a rush. It would be nice to pop that on. The light wand, absolutely not for me. Sometimes I'm even struggling to use this on a daily basis. If I had to sit there plugged in to a wall by my couch or something like that, I don't know that I would be doing that. I can see myself getting tired of that really quickly, but the upside of it is, of course, if you want to do your chest as well, and you have the time and the patience and the dedication, you can just grab that and it can do all those things for, I mean, nearly half the price of like the mask that I have. What I didn't like though is this nonsense about this Omnilux where the men's version has stronger wavelengths. Is this a pink tax? It's kind of nonsense if women and men can both use it, but if CurrentBody is making theirs as strong as Omnilux's men's version, why not just equalize it and make the Omnilux one higher powered mask? The men's is stronger because men have thicker skin, but I would also argue that unfortunately, right or wrong, it's more acceptable also for men to have wrinkles. So why are we given the weaker strength thing? I don't know. But being that I'm not an Omnilux user or fan really, I just think that that's kind of not a great practice. I don't like that personally. You'll have to let me know what you think. So If you want to talk about your own LED mask experience, please do let us know the version that you're using, like the brand, and that way we can understand with some context what you like, what you didn't like. What do you think of this article? What do you think of the Omnilux Men versus the Omnilux Contour? I want to hear from you. The comments are open. I will be responding as best I can. All right, everybody, I've got a whole big long playlist of CurrentBody review videos. So if that's the way you want to go down, if that's the path that you're most interested in, have a look at those. Do consider dropping this video a like. That really helps me in the algorithm so much. And if you like the vibe and you want to see me on another video, please do consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.